Bobby Thompson with his batting average back up around 280. Bottom of the first in a 0-0 game, and he drives one off Roger Salkel. That ball's up. That ball's going to carry, and that's a terrific catch leaning over the railing by the fan. Giants up 2-0. That's the score in the top of the second. Brett Boone gets the hitch and gets a hold, and that ball is in the football stands. The Reds are within 2-1. It's 2-2 in the fourth inning. Eric Anthony gets a pitch up in the strike zone, and just get the tape measure out for that one. Reds up 3-2. It's 3-3, bottom of the fifth. Barry Bonds has a little bit of opposite field power. A pretty good pitch down and away, but Bonds tattoos it into the Barry Bonds section of the grandstands, and the Giants are up 4-3. Yes, they love the guy. Top of the seventh, Reds are down 5-3. Sacks packed for Eric Davis, and that ball's out of here. A granny off Mark Dewey. Manager Ray Knight had considered pinch hitting for Davis, but
rocky start. Mariners get on the board first thanks to that guy. Darren Bragg just called up from Tacoma. That was good news enough. This was even better. Bragg's first career leadoff home run put the M's up 1-0. Now after two quick outs, Albi Lopez to Edgar. That's gone. Martinez's 8th home run of the season. Remember, this guy hit 29 a year ago. It was 3-1 Mariners in the 6th. Junior on first. Edgar.
Well hit. Down.
Well hit. Good enough to be over the Kingdom wall off of Lopez. That's number 100 in Edgar Martinez's career. 9th of the year, 2nd of the game. Meanwhile, back to the game. 9th inning, Charlton to Omar Vizquel. Check out the guy at first, Paul Sorrento. Nice play. Simple. Gets the job done. The Mariners end a 3-game skid. Paul Menhart, who was in danger of being sent down to the minors, picked a good time to notch his first career win as a starter. As for the Indians, they still have the best win percentage in the American League. But get this, they're now 0 for 8 in games they trail after 6 innings. The team the Mariners host tomorrow, the Twins facing the Angels. Angels up 1-0. Tim Wallach on first. Jorge Fabregas facing Frankie Rodriguez. Look at right. Denny Hocking. That's a great catch. Top of the third, Hocking at the plate this time. 2-1. Yeah, we saw it. What a catch. Great catch. That's why it's Sports Center. Eric Hudler. Here's another great stop. Hudler's move saved a run, and the Angels still had a 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, on the mound for Cal, Jason Grimsley. He had a no-hitter for 6 1/3, thanks to part to plays like this by Jim Edmonds. Stunning robbery of Greg Myers' drive. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Angels, Garrett Anderson. That's an unloading situation. Off of Frankie Rodriguez, a solo home run. Garrett's third, it's 4-0 Angels. Bottom 9, Grimsley still in. Hollins hits ones in the hole, Gary DiSarcina. Angels win it 5-2. Bergman on the mound. That's Ron Gant. There's a reason why he hadn't homered in 3 weeks. There's a reason why we're showing his 5th homer of the year. It scored 2. It's 2-0 Cardinals. Top of the 6th, Cardinals up 1. Ron Gant going deep again. Is it deep enough? There's the most underrated center fielder in the game. His name, Steve Finley. Great catch. I'd say it's worth another look. Finley on a dead run, and that's a great grab. Top of the 9th, Cardinals still lead 3-2. Fleury in relief. Ron Gant on first. Steals second. Brad Osmus' throw is offline. Finley. Well, Finley can't handle that. Just when I pumped you up and everything. Oh, boy. Oh, well. It happens. So does pulling a hamstring, and that's what Ron Gant did on that play. But Gant and the Cardinals did come away with a 4-3 win. Stottlemyre, a more aggressive pitcher, in allowing just 2 runs in 6 2/3. He also picked off his former ace teammate, Ricky Henderson, at first. The Padres didn't help themselves in this one. They committed 3 errors. And hope you don't have Ray Langford on your rotisserie team. He struck out in each of his 4 at-bats. Expos and Astros, top 3. Astros started Darryl Kyle in trouble. Bases loaded, nobody out. He gets Mark Rudzelanek with a wicked curve. Mike Lansing's turn. He fans. He'd get out of the inning. Kyle's counterpart, Kirk Reeder. Reeder freezes Orlando Miller with a fastball. 7 scoreless innings for Reeder. Top of the 6th, Astros getting great D. Henry Rodriguez with a drive. Watch it. Derek Bell trying to get Rodriguez at second, and Rodriguez coasting, and he gets nailed. But Rodriguez would get his revenge. Top of the 9th, 1-0 Astros. Not anymore. With Mike Lansing on, Rodriguez goes deep. Yes, for the 11th time this year. Henry Rodriguez helps make it happen. Opposing pitchers just don't know what to throw to this guy anymore. Rodriguez said he hit his first 6 homers on inside pitches, so now they think I can't hit pitches away. The pitch Rodriguez hit out was a fastball down and away.
Especially if Bernie Williams keeps doing that, robbing Ray Durham. Bottom of the third, Wilson Alvarez on the hill. Ruben Sierra robbed by Chris Snopek, pops up, fires across, one hop stab by Frank Thomas on the backhand. Middle relief, Steve Howe, Harold Baines hits a chopper. Tino Martinez takes the chopper and throws a one-hopper right past Joe Girardi. A run scores. Joe Torre's guys suffering in the top of the ninth, down 7-4 with the sacks packed, and Harold Baines cleans them. Grand slam, White Sox win 11-5. Matt Karchner goes 1 1/3 innings for Chicago, gives up a 2-run double, but gets lucky and wins it, improving to 4-0. Chicago's comeback marked only the second time in 15 chances that the White Sox have rallied from behind to win after trailing through 7. West leading Texas at Detroit, 0-0. Bottom of the second, Roger Pavlik throwing bullets. Cecil Fielder can't catch up to that. 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings for Pavlik. Top of the fourth, Texas up 2-0. Kevin Elster gets a pitch up in the air, and he drives that one to right. It is going to climb into the seats, and goodness knows there are plenty of empty ones. Bottom of the fourth, Bob Higginson drives it to center. Darrell Hamilton going back, reaches up, makes the catch. Pavlik 12 for 12 with the first 12 many faces. Tigers down 3-0, bottom of the fifth, and Mark Lewis puts an end to the no-hitter and the shutout. But what an amazing streak it had been of Tigers hitters going down. The number in a minute. Pavlik getting Travis Fryman with steam at the knees. Bottom of the ninth, Chad Curtis just lifts it high to Juan Gonzalez, and it is the best 2-game series of pitching in Texas Rangers history. A 3-1 victory. The
Man, Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan with a jolt, out of the park, out of Fulton County, still in Atlanta. We're tied at 2. Later in the inning, bases full. Mims on third, Lenny Dykstra on second, Mickey Morandini on first. Todd Zeal takes ball 3, but Javi Lopez picks off Morandini at first, and obviously Mickey missed the World Series last year when Javi did that to Manny Ramirez. Top of the 7th, Greg McMichael, Lenny Dykstra. Good enough to bring in Kevin Stocker, but in the bottom of the 8th, we're tied at 3. Ken Ryan, Jeff Blauser back in the lineup, leads off by bunting. Todd Zeal can't handle it. That's an error. Then with Blauser on third, 2 outs, Mark Lemke, a player every manager wishes they had. The Lemmer makes it happen with 2 outs. Blauser scores, Atlanta up 4-3, and Lemke was 3 for 5, and the Braves came away with a 6-3 victory. Greg McMichael got the win in relief of Glavin. Brad Klontz earned his first save since last May. Perhaps the most surprising number from this game, 44,429. That's how many fannies were in the seats at Fulton County. Usually, the place looks half full. Records were shattering at Coors, a 66 straight sellout there. That's a major league record. Rocky's first batter against Chris Hammond, that's Eric Young, and that's gone. Eric Ellis Burks, that's a homer. Larry Walker, that's number 8. It's already 4-0 Colorado. We're still in the first inning. Let me repeat, we're still in the first inning. 5 batters later, Marvin Freeman hits a grounder to Kurt Abbott. Abbott, the wild throw it over to first. That was wild. Owens scores. It was 7-0 Rocks after 1. Bottom 2, David Weathers. Andres Galarraga, the big cat. Boy, is he strong the opposite way for his 8th of the year, a 3-run home run. 10-0 Colorado, bottom 6. There he is again, Galarraga. And there it goes again, his second 3-run home run of the game. That one off Adamson. Rockies were up 16-3, 7 ribbies for Andres Galarraga. That is a souvenir. 17th. Anderson, don't tell me, does he do it again? You bet he does. Brady Anderson, his 6th leadoff homer of the season, his 4th homer in 3 games. We're tied at 1. Bottom of the third, 1-0's up 2. Jeffrey Hammonds facing Sparks. Hammonds with a spark of his own, a 2-run blast, his 3rd homer of the year. Orioles were up 6-2. Bottom 6 now, bases loaded. Orioles were up just 4. Kevin Wickander pitching to Roberto Alomar. Wickander's first pitch, that's good enough for Robbie. A clear view, a grand slam home run for Alomar, his 3rd homer on the year. 10-2 Baltimore. Kevin Costner's seen enough. Wins his next film. Baltimore wins its 2nd straight. Brady Anderson's home run marked the 6th time he's led off the game with a homer this year, but this was the first time the Orioles went on to a win. His 6 leadoff dingers, by the way, broke the club record of 5.
Slider was working. Chad Fonville waves at 1, down and in. Greg Gagne waves at 1, down and away. What do you think Mike Piazza's going to get? Slider, slider, slider. So Eric Karros gets heat inside at the knees. Strike 3. Raul Mondesi, slider away. Gone. Delano to Shields, sit down. Slider down. Mike Blowers in the showers. Heads for him as he whiffs. Tom Candiotti, you got to be kidding me. That is strike 3 on the corner. And Todd Hollandsworth, pretty familiar looking stuff. All 9 Dodgers starters whiffed at least once. Meanwhile, Jeff King keeps on conking the ball. He's had a pretty reasonable week, wouldn't you think? Off the wall. And he would have a 4-for-4 day, and the Pirates